Hi everybody, it's Bonnie Jean from BonnieJean.com. Welcome back to today's video. Today we're going to talk about nostalgia and how the internet was when I first came on it and how it differs today from yesterday, or what I should say is yesteryear. So many things have changed, you know, when I sat down and thought about it. And I know that today's video was supposed to be, you know, something along the lines of going over to YouTube and finding someone else's video and then adding to their tips and tricks, but I just couldn't find something that I liked, so I decided to do something different. So let's take a walk down memory lane. When I first started on the internet, there were like about 50 websites, believe it or not. And one of the biggest things back then for connecting with people had to do with news groups. And if you wanted to drive traffic back to your website, you used article marketing. So not so much these days. Article marketing is still a big flavor as far as driving traffic to your website, but now it's done more so along the lines of guest blogging or putting those articles on your own blog and then driving traffic from social media sites or video marketing, or get people back there to converse with you. Now let's speak about these news groups. News groups were fun. I liked them. They weren't as friendly, I don't think, in the beginning as what you would expect to find in a forum or even, you know, the social media website like Facebook. But they worked. They did the job. They did what you needed them to do, which was to network with other people and to build relationships. And then from news groups, it graduated over to the forums like Warrior forums and SitePoint forums. And now not so much. I mean, I would imagine that people still use them, but I don't use them as much as I did in the beginning. Now I spend most of my time over on Facebook or Google Plus or Twitter. And another thing that I sat and I wondered about some of my very first websites. And it's funny because when you think about it, when websites first came out, like I said, when I first came online, there was only about 50 of them. It really wasn't hard to go visit them all. But now you have millions. And back in the day when you first had a website, it looked more like a printed brochure and not so much, you know, like a community. It was something that you would expect to receive in the mail, you know, colorful design. And then they graduated from these static websites that looked like brochures to something called Adobe Flash, where everything was, you know, active and moving all around the screen and everything. And then from there, they graduated to SiteCell, to Drupal, to Joomla, and eventually to the WordPress blog, which happens to be one of the most popular ways now in order to build a website. Much more dynamic than it was, you know, when they first started out, and they're much more enjoyable, I think, to visit. Autoresponders were also a part of your hosting package. When you started hosting back in the 1990s, autoresponders, believe it or not, were part of the package. And basically what they were was just a simple text file that you could go in and add your information to, and then you could assign it basically to an email address. And when someone would send email to that particular autoresponder email, then they would get your automated message you know, mailed directly to their inbox, which was interesting in itself. And then someone got smart and decided that they were going to automate this process and build a standalone product, and that product was called Autoresponse Plus, or ARP3 for short. You know, and I rode that bandwagon for a while. I did buy the software. They had a special where I believe it was you could buy one for one website, $97, but if you paid $297, or it was $197, I'm not sure anymore, you could buy for up to 10 websites. And I bought that package and I ran it on my websites for many, many years. And then eventually, when Aweber came out, I joined Aweber for the simple purpose that if you used your own autoresponder software on your domain, you had a 90% chance of getting your website blacklisted by, you know, places like AOL and Yahoo. And it was just so much easier to mail your follow-up emails through a place like Aweber because they were very well known. They didn't get blacklisted as much as a single website could. So it was a lot easier to do the automated email marketing through Aweber. And then, I guess, you know, basically, what does the future hold, you know, as far as the internet is concerned? And that's a good question. It's up in the air. But everything seems to be going on the automated, get it done for you, or buy it package already made. So I think we'll see more along those lines. And I know that several years ago, I used to watch a gentleman, I think it was Locker Gnome, where he actually had a video camera in his house, and you could watch him day to day do exactly what he was doing in his office. Like, I don't understand why I followed the guy. It wasn't really that interesting. But anyways, I see more of our websites becoming like that, where when you sign up to get a website hosting package now, they're going to ask you if you have a camera hooked up to your computer, and if you do, you're going to have the ability to say yes or no whether or not you want that camera to go live, and we can actually teach people directly from our website now, from our home office, and get a lot more of the community building thing going on. Who knows? I think that would be a lot of fun. In any event, until I see you again, you take care, be safe, have fun, and I'll talk to you soon.